The fear of reintegration, my femininity. I return from the urges whole, not broken, but luminous, in pieces the world never expected to see. Reintegration is not revival, it is rebellion. Femininity is a quiet courage to exist fully in a body and mind that the world tried to erase, carrying the light of every life that loved me enough to stay. My name is Ngoni Diana Johns. Some of you may have seen pieces of me, a poem, a caption, a line about grief or faith. Some of you may have wondered, where does it all fit? I invite you today into the messy and polished center of my life because reintegration is not neat, it is not polite, it is terrifying. In 2021, my life looked like momentum. I was finishing my internship with Barclays, slowly, yes, but joyfully. The roads were quiet, my playlist loud, my lungs full, singing as if breath was guaranteed. 2 boys waited for me at home, calling me auntie, voices like promise, sticky with laughter. I held my book Chiedza in trembling hands, the smell of her perfume mixed with pepper dust. Tears ran down her cheeks, not polite, tears that said, you made it further than we ever dreamed. London was calling me home, a new internship, another job, trips, networking, social events, a full calendar, a body that worked, a mind that trusted itself. I thought I was unstoppable. I didn't know I was standing at the edge of disappearance. Life does not announce itself politely. My grandmother died in July. My body reacted violently to a vaccine meant to protect it. My brain, once my surplus too, misfired. Inflammation hollowed out my reproductive system. Adenomyosis, endometriosis, words I never imagined I could utter. And still, society whispered, return, adjust, smile, perform femininity as if nothing had happened. Do you know what reintegration asks of a woman? It asks her to enter systems that never accounted for her pain, bodies that are no longer predictable, ambitions that assume uninterrupted cognition, femininity defined by productivity, fertility, beauty, and compliance. It asks her to be palatable while broken inside. And yes, I am angry. I've asked every possible question. Why now? Who pays for the children my body may never carry? Who accounts for eggs inflamed into silence? Who reimburses 4 years of a mind disappearing in fragments? 4 years have passed like a blink for me, like an eternity for those who loved me enough to stay. I watched colleagues drift away, not cruelly, just conveniently. Acquaintances became strangers to avoid discomfort, and yet one friend drove me to more appointments than my family ever did, sat with me. Another heard about my GoFundMe and began organizing a benefit concert. So tell me, how do I call myself unlucky when love finds me in unexpected forms? Sometimes survival is not solo. Sometimes it arrives in the hands of others. Reintegration is not just about work. I'm a first-class graduate in accounting and finance, and I've caught myself thinking, maybe being a receptionist in this hospital wouldn't be so bad with this new brain. Not because I lack intelligence, but because illness forces renegotiation and capacity. Doctors look at my scans confused. They suggest I look sicker, less composed, less articulate. And yet here I am, washing, dressing, smiling across the table. My intelligence doubted, my body judged. I have never been misdiagnosed more than when I appeared fine. Femininity after trauma is complex. My sisters invited me to sing at church. Her heels click confidence into the floor. I sit in a chair, my voice intact, my body negotiating gravity. My mind translates longing into restraint. Femininity used to mean movement, adornment, strength, capacity. Now it means learning how to exist without apology, to rest without shame, to rage without losing poetry in your voice. Femininity is not a costume to be worn when life is easy. It is the quiet rebellion of existing fully after everything tried to erase you. Now let me ask you, how many of you have been asked to return before you were ready? How many of you carry pieces you thought were lost? Notice the tension in your body. That is the space where survival begins. Are you ready? Reintegration is not a comeback tool. It is a return to dignity, to voice, to faith, to a body that refuses to be reduced to statistics. It is meeting the woman you were, the woman you imagined, and the woman who survived. Sometimes they recognize each other, sometimes they do not, and that's okay. It's not returning, it's revolution. I am not here for resilience poem. Healing is jagged, faith can coexist with rage. Femininity does not expire when productivity does. A woman is not less valuable because her life took an unmarketable turn. I am still grieving, I'm still rebuilding, I am still afraid, and yet I am still here. I exist fully, I refuse to beg for permission. My life is a mosaic of broken pieces, shards of ambition, fragments of a body with splinters of a mind. And when light strikes, they shine in ways the world never imagined. I am impressed. We are not broken. We are in pieces the world never knew how to build, and these pieces shine. My name is Ngoni Diana Johns. I do not return to who I was. I return to who I am becoming, with scars, faith, with a femininity that refuses to beg for permission. And thank you. Some of us return from the urges, not whole, not broken, but luminous in pieces the world never expected to see. Reintegration is not about going back. It is about learning how to stand again in a body and mind the world never thought. I love that line. Reintegration is not about going back. It is about learning how to stand again in a body and mind the world thought it had erased. Femininity is not a costume to be worn when life is easy. It is the quiet rebellion of existing fully after everything tried to erase you. I survived the fracture they said would finish me. I survived the fractures they said would finish me, and in my pieces I carry the light of every life that loved me enough to stay. There is a space at the edge where the world forgets you. Returning from it, it is not revival, it is rebellion.